Live from the studios at 5 Eyewitness News, Twin Cities Live is having its best winter yet.
Hey, you guys, welcome into Twin Cities Live. It's Elizabeth Reese and Ben Lieber on this Thursday.
Yep.
And are you actually nervous or no?
No, I know. Ben said, "Are you ready? This is gonna show."
I know. I was just being silly, and I'm like, guys, the show's starting.
No, you know, the only time I'm nervous for the show is if I have a cough, if I'm battling any sort of cough. I think this is why I'm such a psychopath about like immune system boosting.
Yeah.
Because it really takes the fun out of doing this show when you're afraid to laugh because you're afraid that you're gonna have a coughing fit. I've had coughing fits. I've had to walk right off the set.
Yeah. Well, I've never been as I worried. Maybe worry is not the right word, but like conscious of being sick until I started this show. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, we're doing this live every weekday.
Even when you played in the NFL, I mean, that was kind of a big day. You couldn't call in sick on those Sundays.
No, you couldn't call in sick, but for some reason, I think that I could physically like power through a cold or something like that.
Yeah.
But you know, when you don't sound good and like you're just congested and it's just like it's just bad for everybody at home too. I'm like, I don't know. It just feels different. So I'm with you. I often think about that with performers, like musicians.
Like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, well. Here's the deal with Taylor, though. She's only doing weekend shows.
Which is smart.
Which is super smart if you can do it. But
yeah.
there are people that are like on the road every day or doing a concert every other day. How do you stay healthy?
I have no idea. It's very bizarre.
And you're doing all these meet and greets and talking to people and touching people and, you know, pictures and all this other stuff. Like, it's a lot.
Immunity boosting, very important. You know what also can be really good for you, like your mind and your health?
What's that?
Being around some flowers. And Kristen is live at the Minnesota Landscape Arboretum in Chaska. The Spring Flower Show is about to kick off. I can't wait to see it. I think walking into just those big displays of flowers just bring you so much happiness.
Well, every time that we feature, and Kelly just featured one the other day about flower shops and stuff like that, it's like we've all been to these flower shops and you walk in, like it's delightful, right? It's to walk in and like, no matter what mood you're in and you walk into a flower shop, how can you not just like elevate your mood a little bit? So it's nice that we're here in February and we get to go out to the Arboretum because their flower show is about ready to kick off. You know what else is nice? I'm going to try the segues like you. You're so good at the segues.
Thanks.
You know when you like...
what are you going to do? How are you going to do one?
I don't know.
How's it going to go?
I don't know.
Well, now you said you're going to do a good segue.
You guys love a good upgrade?
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the last thing?
It has nothing to do with flowers. So I think the proper way to do this, since I'm not as good with the segues, is to completely botch the segue.
Okay.
And then it just becomes its own bit.
Yeah, that's
sure. And then we just make all these like really hard turns left and right.
Okay.
And we really zig and zag.
If I were gonna do it, I might say a perfect place to have flowers is on your kitchen counter in your brand new home. Julie and Daniel DeRoche are here. They're gonna tell us about some upgrades for your new home.
That's great. Or you just say, hey, the DeRoches are here to talk about upgrades to your home.
Okay. You can go whichever way you want to go. It is true though that you can over segue. I mean, you don't want it to feel contrived. You got to do it on occasion.
Yes. That is, I would say, if I'm going to do an on-air compliment, that is one of your many broadcasting talents. You are really good about taking one bit here, another bit here, bridging that gap with a really seamless segue and just kind of like pull it all together.
Listen, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. My other ability is not to swear on live TV. That's really been the key to my success and my longevity.
That shouldn't be too hard at this point, though.
I don't know. I think I always get afraid if like something unexpected happens, which there is a clause that like if something fell down.
Yeah, like if the light blew out or something
which has happened.
Which has happened.
And then if we were like, you know, and then the bleep button wasn't there, it would be okay. But it's just, you never know. One never knows.
One never knows. I feel like, you should get a free pass or something like that. But you're in front of a microphone a lot. I mean, I'm sure even on Best of the Nest, you're not swearing.
No, I don't. I don't.
It's not that type of podcast.
I know, because my mom and dad would listen. And my mom would be like, Libby, no. Like, you can't swear in front of my parents.
Although
my mom would be like, that takes you down a notch. That's what she always would say if we would swear. No, there's no swearing for the preacher's kids.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. You are a representation of what your dad does and all that stuff with your family, and so.
Well, now he's retired. He works part-time at Curtin.
I'm just saying, like, I think it was a good rule of thumb when you were growing up, right?
That's true. Listen, you can find out today how you can nominate someone for a free trip to Florida. I love these giveaways. They include so many great things. And Kristen is going to surprise our first winner tomorrow. So want to make sure that you get in, you get your chance to be one of those winners. But this is very exciting for theater lovers. We all know that Minneapolis is the best theater town. They say it's second only to New York. I think there are other problems in New York, so I believe that I'm just going to declare us as number one.
Oh, okay. So all of their other problems trumps their theater per capita?
Every time I'm there, I'm thinking, what day is trash day? Turns out it's every day, because there's always a ton of trash. What day is trash day? Why is there so much trash?
Okay, well, speaking of horrible smells, how about this stairwell here? Who puked today?
No! Which
Did you
stairwell?
not smell that?
No.
The stairwell that we just come down from our office, did you not just like take a breath with your nose?
The front one?
The front one.
All I can smell is the paint, because there's been a lot of painting
That ain't
going.
paint.
Really?
Somebody heaved,
Oh
and I don't
my
know who it is, and I'm
gosh.
not. Look, I'm not saying that you can't do that, because there are emergencies and all. I get all that, but when you smell that and that happens, whether it's the actual heave or the cleanup chemical that they use, it just sticks in the air.
Wow.
And that stairwell does not breathe.
I just walked
ever.
down there. No, it
that
doesn't.
stairwell always smells like dirty feet. And I get it. It's an old building. There's not much you can do about it. I know. There's not like you can't put a whole bunch of like little like Glade plugins in that stairwell.
No, that would be bad.
That would be bad. But whoa, if you were the person, I hope you are at home resting well.
Oh man, I didn't
surprised
even
you
notice.
didn't smell that.
No, I didn't notice
Anyway,
this at all. I walked
see,
down
that's how I go from New York City smelling bad into something topical that happened here today.
What we're trying to talk about is Hennepin Theater Trust and how they announced the 11 Broadway shows coming to downtown Minneapolis next season. And what's fun is that if you're not so much of a theater person, but you're a movie person, a few of these shows are based on movies that you know and love. Did you know there's Back to the Future, the musical?
I did not know that.
Coming out?
And I'm really excited
Oh
for
my
that
gosh,
because
that's a
Back
great
to the
Marty
Future
McFly.
was such a good movie.
I know.
And now they've turned it into the musical. So it's when let's see who's in charge here. So this is all you guys know. This is back in 1955 is when the time travel happened. It's created by Bob Gale, who created Back to the Future trilogy, and Robert Zemeckis, who created Forrest Gump, which is another very underrated movie.
Yeah.
And it's directed by the Tony Award-winning John Rando.
Yeah, this is very fun. I would like to see this stage version of this. And then it's interesting to see how a movie like that comes together with the music, too. I don't know anything about the music. I haven't listened to it, but I'm intrigued. The set looks great.
Yeah.
We just watched Back to the Future with the kids within the last few months, and I will tell you, I told you this, I forgot about a few scenes. You know, that movie came out in 1985, and in the 80s, anything went. And so there were a few scenes that I was like, oh boy, I forgot that that's maybe uncomfortable for children. Yikes.
Yeah, but it's kind of PG-13. It's not like super R-rated, is it?
Well,
the scenes that you're talking about?
there's that, like the assault scene in the car was a challenge. And then even the fact that the mom has a crush on Marty is
That's
kind of
hard
weird.
to explain.
That's like hard to explain.
That's hard
too.
to explain.
Okay, we got another one.
Also, Disney's Beauty and the Beast, love it as well. It comes to town August 2025, so you got to wait a little bit while for this thing to come out. It's a newly reimagined production. It celebrates its 30th anniversary.
Yeah, the musical
My
does.
goodness.
I know, and it really is fun because they've got all of the characters and the beautiful costumes and all of the fun, you know, the songs that we know and love. Be Our Guest, Beauty and the Beast, and then the original Beauty and the Beast movie, you'll remember, came out in 1991. See, I like seeing the comparisons of these. I like seeing the video of the musical compared to the movie because it's fun to see what they take literally and then what they obviously take liberties with and what they shift to be on the stage. Frankie, just last night we were driving and he said, out of the blue, he goes, Mama, what is the Beast in Beauty and the Beast? What kind of animal? I said, I don't think he's a real animal, but to me he looks like a cross between a lion and a bear.
Yeah,
And then we
that's a good
discussed
comparison.
that. It's just deep thoughts from 6-year-olds that come at random times. His I mean, it's sort of like you going in all these random directions. That's like how Franklin asks questions. It's hilarious. It's just like randomly, it'll be like, we're going to talk about something totally way off topic.
Yeah, but that's, I love his imagination.
I know, I do too. It's so sweet.
He's a free spirit.
Yeah, he is.
It keeps you on your toes as a parent.
It really does.
Because you could be talking about one thing, and then all of a sudden they see something glittery, and they're like, oh, then it's a whole nother topic.
What about that? Okay, so this one I think is the most highly anticipated musical that is going to be coming to the Twin Cities. It's Purple Rain, the musical. It is going to make its world premiere in Minneapolis. Frankly, if it didn't make its world premiere in Minneapolis, there would be marches in the streets in Minneapolis because it has to be here. This is marking the 40th anniversary of the movie Purple Rain, and you're only going to see video of the movie here because we don't have any images from the musical yet because it's not out yet. And it's going to make its pre-Broadway premiere at the State Theater in spring of 2025. It's going to be huge. It will be sold out.
It will be, and it should be sold out. Although I have to admit, I've never seen the actual movie.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I would like to watch it.
But you have seen it?
Yeah.
I have not seen the movie, so I should probably see the movie before I go see that.
Good
idea.
idea.
I'm going to go see that.
But that, I mean, and that's another one where it's just like the music is just going to make you so happy.
Yeah, I think for the people that, I'm not going to go there, you guys.
I know.
All right. Also, Anne Juliet comes to Minneapolis in May 2025.
Okay, what's this
it's
about?
A clever, well, you sit back and listen.
I will.
It's a clever take on Shakespeare's classic love story, fueled by the iconic pop anthems of Max Martin. So it's going to include songs like "Since You've Been Gone," by Kelly Clarkson, "Baby One More Time."
Hit me, baby, one more time.
That's Britney Spears, "Larger Than Life."
Oh yeah, I forgot that one though.
And then "I Want It That Way."
I want it that way.
There you go. Also, "Oops, I Did It Again" by Britney Spears. Ellie Goulding. I love Ellie Goulding.
Yeah, me too. "Love Me Like You Do." That's a great song.
That's a great song. So it's going to be all these really, really popular pop songs for that Broadway show as well. So
fun.
Anne Juliet is what it's called.
You know, I think about that a lot with Shakespeare. Whenever Shakespeare comes out, I think like, what would Shakespeare say if he was alive today? If he could like pop alive for just 1 second and see that he is like, it just never gets old. His stories are told in new iterations over and over and over and over again, unlike anyone else.
Okay, stupid question.
Yeah.
Do you think that he spoke verbally like he wrote? Was that
Probably.
the way that he wrote his plays?
Yeah,
is that
I bet that's how people
how
talk.
they just
He
spoke?
writes with a lot of intentional puns and
He writes with
wordplay.
intentional puns and wordplay,
it
Betsy's
wouldn't be
saying.
that stylized,
It
but
wouldn't be that-
Some of
okay.
that vocab, yes.
Some of that vocabulary. It's important to have young people here because Betsy graduated from college more recently than us, and so she remembers this stuff. I can't do long division.
Theater minor, so
Oh, you have a theater
Well, I was gonna
minor,
say
Boo.
that makes a lot more sense because even if I was
didn't
much
know
younger,
that.
I would not have known that. I tuned all of that stuff out.
That was very impressive.
Yeah, literature, when I had that in high school, I found every way to cheat in that class. All right, here's some upcoming shows to to Minneapolis next season. You see that in Some Like It Hot. That's going to be October 15th in 2024. That's coming up soon. Parade, Life of Pi, which is a great movie as well. Kimberly Akimbo.
Yeah, and then returning to Minneapolis, Les Mis, The Book of Mormon, and Hadestown. So big, exciting season for Hennepin Theater Trust. Happy for you guys. That's great. That gets a lot of attention, all those different things.
Yeah.
Okay, big game.
Okay,
coming
big
up
game.
on Sunday. We're 4 days away. It's happening in Las Vegas. There are lots of interesting side bets happening. These are these prop bets. You know me, I know nothing about betting. Like, I've never even played blackjack. I don't know anything about it. So what are the prop bets?
Okay, so the prop bets are basically all the novelty side bets that happen outside of the kind of the gameplay. So you're not betting on is Brock Purdy going to throw for this number of yards? Is Patrick Mahomes going to rush for this number of yards? Is Travis Kelce going to have this many catches? And then you also have like the score itself and the spread on it. That's the big serious gambling stuff, right?
Okay.
And I don't claim to be a huge, knowledgeable gambler either. So I'll kind of walk you guys through this. So basically, the Gatorade bath. You and your friends at home, you can print these off online. You can basically take bets at home about what color you think the Gatorade bath is going to be for the winning coach.
I do like these images. Like, they're so fun. It's fun to watch people getting doused with Gatorade.
Right. So that would be purple. So the orange has been the most popular color of the years.
That's because that's probably the best flavor. The purple's so gross.
Well, so it's very yummy, I think, at times as well.
Really?
But here's the deal. Here's what. So the odds for the water, and this is where I think the play is. See the very bottom says clear?
Yeah.
That actually falls in the water section classification. So I would say to you guys, if you're at home, on the sideline, they only have 2 Gatorade buckets. One is Gatorade and one is full of ice water.
Oh, got it.
So you have a 50-50 odds of getting the water.
Right.
Because the players are just going to run over and grab whatever one they can.
Right, whatever one's closest, they're not
Exactly.
thinking. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
that's
that would be
interesting.
so basically at $1,200, you bet $100 to win $1,200.
Well, that sounds nice.
Yeah,
Maybe I
doesn't
should
that
get into
sound nice?
gambling.
So a $100 bet would get you $1,200. Okay, how about the national anthem? This one's tricky because they usually time it out at about a minute and a half. The national anthem is timed out around a minute and a half. So they put it at basically 90 seconds, 90.5 above or below that 90 seconds.
So then
okay?
you're betting the over-under here.
Yeah, so that's why you'd have to bet $128. You put $128 of your own money down to win $100. Oh. So that's the favorite. The under is the favorite.
Okay.
That's how that works.
They run a tight ship.
They run
with
a tight
the
ship.
timing.
I would. It's not a great play. I think it would be the under because they want to get this game kicked off on time because there's 3 songs.
Yeah.
There's 3
Plus,
songs that they
Reba
play.
is a professional. Like some people, I think, take liberties and they like to be like, "This is my moment, and I'm gonna hold that note for longer." Reba is like, "We crack a lack." Like she's a pro. Okay, what about speaking of singing, the halftime show number?
So
of
the
songs?
halftime show, though, this one's tricky. Okay, so Usher, as you see there, is performing the halftime show. So the bet is how many songs will he sing? You see the number right now is 8.5. Okay, so it's either got to be 8 or it's got to be 9.
Okay.
You know, there's no tie when they put this 0.5 in there. The problem is that I would have is like what constitutes as a song?
Because it could be a
just
medley.
like one, if he sings just like one verse of a song, does that count?
I would think so.
Because you know he's probably going to bring people on.
I think it's how many songs are included.
So anytime they start a new song, that counts as one.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know, you guys. That is all up to you guys. I don't know. I have not broken down how many songs get played. 8.5 is the number. And really quickly, the last one. This one's I think really easy. Will Taylor and Travis get engaged?
No, they're not.
Look, it's
No.
you got to put $2,000 down to win $100 if you bet no.
Oh God.
Because he's not gonna propose to her.
No, that would be really shocking.
You know, win or lose, there's no way.
Oh my gosh, what a terrible idea to do that. No.
Yeah,
right.
I agree. Don't do it, Travis.
Don't do it, Travis. Propose it and go to some sort of
take her out to
vineyard.
like I don't know, go to Morocco or something. Do it on a camel ride.
Like
I don't
on
know.
a yacht or something. My gosh, not at the Super Bowl in front of everybody. Okay, coming up next on Twin Cities Live, reporter Kristen Haubrich is giving us a little pick-me-up from our Minnesota winter. Oh, Kristen, can't wait to see.
Hi, friend.
Hey, Kristen.
there. If you've got a case of the winter blues, or maybe in today's case, the grays, we've got The Cure. Coming up, we'll take you on a colorful tour inside the Minnesota Landscape Arboretum as the Spring Flower Show gets underway tonight.